morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking some notes. As usual, you can find these notes underneath the classwork tab. They're notes 412. So you'll see that the slides are attached as well there. So you can go ahead and open those up. And like usual, you'll need to fill in the red text boxes. Some of the notes do deal with maps, so make sure that you are reading the directions carefully and answering the questions that go along with each map. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So as a refresher, again, we are in era 3, this transition period that we begin to see empires rising and falling and new ideas being shared. And one of those new ideas is religion. And so as you can see from this timeline, we start to see the emergence of the major religions during this time period. Some of the major religions include Hinduism, Judaism, Buddhism, and Christianity. Today we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about these religions and how they spread, as well as some of the core beliefs behind these ideas. And we'll continue to talk about them tomorrow as well. There are kind of 4 things that world religion is going to do during this time period. First, it'll appeal and unite to many different people, as we have many different groups being combined together when empires take over other places. It's going to be important to have something that connects them all, and so religion is going to be one of those things. Also, religion is portable, meaning that it's not tied from one place to another. It is important that it is movable, as we will see, that it'll be spread across large regions and eventually be spread around the world. So the fact that it is portable and can connect many people is going to be important. Also, world religion doesn't stop developing, doesn't just fade away. These are going to be trends that last well into present day. As we know, many of these religions are still being practiced. And again, we'll see that this religions take hold in many different geographic regions. So once again, starting to tie not only empires together, but tie people around the world together, beginning to create the global society that we have today. So these 4 kind of themes we're going to talk about in our notes today, as well as we are going to see these similarities when we do our comparison chart tomorrow. Feel free to pause here if you need some time to fill in your graphic organizer on your notes. Now, looking at the maps for today, I've given you 3. So kind of first question, what do you notice? Take a look at these different maps. Look at the regions where people are settling, and then look at the regions in which religion is beginning to develop. Also begin to notice what things these places have in common. There are no right or wrong answers for this one. Again, I just want you to start recognizing patterns on these maps and the similarities for where these civilizations are starting to where these religions are starting. You will see that many of them will start in the same regions. This map here, again, is looking at how religion started and what regions. Make sure that you're looking at the map key up at the top. And again, this is a brainstorming question. How do you think these religions are going to spread? We see the arrows representing their spread. We see that it's not only stretching across different land routes, but across waterways. So take a second and brainstorm how you think these religions will spread. We'll get more in depth with this tomorrow when you do your comparison chart. But within these expanding networks, not only is religion being spread, but they're also going to be spreading a writing system, as it was useful to teach Holy Scripture. See that they'll also bring trade goods with them. Religion was a basis of trust among merchants, so often you would find that people of the same religion would be more willing to trade with each other, as if you know that you share the same values and beliefs, you know that you can trust them. And we'll also see art styles being spread as well. Religious ideas are often expressed in paintings, sculptures, and architecture. So when these art styles are spread, we also see that these religious ideas take hold in many different areas. Giving you some examples of this artwork on the right side, you see a depiction of Jesus up at the top, and then a sculpture of the goddess Shiva. Now, this type of spreading of knowledge is called collective learning. This is the idea that humans have a unique ability to develop and share complex ideas and knowledge, and also to share this knowledge from one person to another, especially across generations over time. So religion is one of these complex ideas and knowledge that people shared from place to place. But also we see the idea of religion being spread across generations. Again, many of these major religions that we're talking about are still being practiced today. Now, collective learning is different than cultural diffusion. Cultural diffusion is the actual spread, while collective learning is the ability to learn. So they're two separate ideas, even though they sound similar. Again, collective learning is the ability to learn, while cultural diffusion is the actual spread, the actual process of taking one idea and bringing it to another. Collective learning allows humans to do many things, but one important thing is that it helps to develop and spread new technology, which we again just talked about as something that also spread with religion. As a reminder, technology is when people use scientific knowledge, the knowledge about the world, to create tools, develop skills, and collect and use different resources to solve problems. Today's technology exists only because of past developments. No cell phones without electricity, no electricity without metallurgy, which we talked about last unit, the ability to work with different metals. So these technologies stretch far back into time and are all connected. And again, we're going to see not only with the technology spread, but religion is also going to spread. So, again, this is all connected through collective learning and cultural diffusion. These notes hopefully have served as a brief introduction to world religion and the patterns that we see with it, beginning with the connection of humans across geographic areas and the beginning of our global society, as well as how religion is going to begin this idea of collective learning, which is not only going to spread these big ideas that will last for long periods of time, but will also spread writing systems, trade, technology, and art. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, you can continue on with your next assignment, World Religions in the Expanding Networks, to continue to learn about these ideas. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.